External source of recruitment. A broad variety of methods are available for external recruiting. An organization should be fully assess all kinds of positions it want to fill and select a recruiting method that are likely to reduce best result. There are some employee needs that a firm must fill through external recruitment. Among them are filling entry-level jobs, acquiring skills not possessed by current employees, and obtaining employees with different background to provide new ideas. First one, campus recruitment. At the college or university level, the recruitment of graduating student is a large-scale operation for many organizations. Most colleges and universities maintain placement offices in which employees and applicants can meet. However, college recruiting presents some interesting and unique problems. The major determinants affecting an employee's selection of college at which to conduct interviews are current position requirement, experience with placement office, and previous graduate. Organizational budget constraints, cost of available talent, typical salaries, market competition, college reputation. College recruiting can be expensive, therefore an organization should determine if possible it is trying to fill really required persons with college degree. A great many positions don't, yet many employees insist on filling them with college graduates. The result may be employees who must be paid more and who are likely to leave if the jobs are not sufficiently challenging. To reduce some of the cost associated with college recruiting, some employees and college and university placement services are developing programs using video interviews with the stamps. Students can be interviewed by interviewers hundreds of miles away. There are advantages for both companies and students. The firms save travel costs and still get the value of seeing and hearing students. For students, the system provides a means of discussing their credentials and job openings without having to miss classes. Campus source across top. IITS 2018. According to Campus Source across top IITS, the company is likely to offer about a package of Rs 1.39 crore for jobs at its Redmond headquarters. The total package of $214,600 will comprise a base salary of $108,000, performance bonus of $21,600, joining bonus of $15,000, and restricted stock units worth $70,000. This marks a sharp increase in the last year, while Microsoft offered a total package of $136,000 inclusive of base pay $106,000 and other variables and stock options to students at IITS for roles in Redmond. US-based cab aggregator Uber Technologies, another big-ticket recruiter, is offering a base salary of payment of $110,000 but lower bonuses and stock options compared with Microsoft, which puts its total package at about $155,000, which is equal to 99.87 lakh rupees. Samsung Korea, which recruited through the pre-placement offer route at certain campuses, is offering around $150,000, which is called to be similar to Rs 96.8 lakh, said placement team members. US-based good data management company Rubrik is paying around $115,000, which is equal to 74 lakh rupees. Apart from them, other companies offering high domestic packages include Tower Research for Rs 32 to 42 lakh, depending on the profile. http://economictimes.indiatimes.com/job/Microsoft set to offer the fastest pay package of Rs 139 crore at IITS this year. Articles show /61870613.cms. IIT Delhi students bag nearly 102 jobs. The Department of Management Studios of IIT Delhi has finished its final placement for the year 2016 to 18 batch. The institute got 56 recruiters, the highest it has seen, claimed by the institute. A total of 102 job offers were made to 91 students. One of the total students in the batch, around 25, were as percent offered pre-placement offers or PPOS. The number of first-time recruits stood at 29 this year. Among the recruiters were Google, GE, Deloitte, Amazon, Shell, Rockwell Automation, Merck's Line, Accenture Strategy, Shell, and KPMG. Among others, sales and marketing roles accounted for the highest number of profiles at 30%, followed by IT and consulting at 29% and finance and general management at 21%. The remaining 20% pertain to the operation domain. Second one is competitors and other firms. Competitors and other firms in the industry or geographic area may be the most important source of recruits for position in which recent experience is highly desired. Third one, employment agencies. Every state in any country, likely every state in the United States, has its own state-sponsored employment agency. These agencies operate branch office in many cities throughout the state and don't charge fees to application employers. Private employment agencies are also made in most cities for a fee collected from either the employee or employer, usually the employer. These agencies do something preliminary screening for an organization and put the organization in touch with applicants. Private employment agencies differ considerably in the level of service, cost, policies, and types of applicants and they provide. Employers can reduce the range of possible problems from this source by giving a precise definition of the position to be filled. India. March 2012, New Delhi. Employability measurement company Aspiring Minds plans to set up 30 facilities over the next year, which will help job seekers to connect with potential recruiters nationally. The facilities will work as employment exchange and the company will invest up to 20 crore rupees with the help of the local institute in this effort. Fourth, one, labor union. Labor unions are a source of certain types of workers. In some industries, such as construction, unions have traditionally supplied workers to employers. A labor pool is generally available through a union. Workers can be dispatched to particular jobs to meet the needs of the employers. In some instances, the union can control or influence recruiting and staffing needs. An organization with a strong union may have less flexibility than a non-union company in deciding who will be hired and where the persons will be placed. Unions also can work to an employer's advantage through cooperative staffing program, as they do in the building and printing industries. Fifth one, executive search firm. Executive search, that is called to be formally and informally headhunting. Executive search firm in fifth one. Executive search, which is called to be informally headhunting, is the process of recruiting individuals to fill senior executive positions in organizations, especially like chief executive officers or managing directors. Executive search may be performed by an organization's board of direction or by an outside executive search firm hired by the organization. Some executive search firms are regional while others are global. Many specialize in a particular sector. Companies in India are pumping up hiring at senior management levels again, as a nearly 35% improvement in executive search firm business in the previous quarter indicates. When corporate entities elect to use an outside executive search firm, it is usually because they lack the internal resource networks or evaluate skills to properly recruit for themselves. Using an outside firm also allows the incorporate or corporation entity of freedom of recruiting from competitors without doing so directly, and the ability to choose among candidates that would not be available through internal or passive sourcing methodologies. An executive search firm representative then visits the client offices and interviews the company's management. This enables them to gain a clear understanding of the company's goals and job qualifications required. After obtaining this information, they contact and interview potential candidates and check references and refer the best qualified person to do their client work for the client for the selection decision. Search firms maintains databases of resumes for this process. Other sources used conclude networking contact files from previous sources, specialized directors, personal calls, previous clients, colleagues, and unsolicited resumes. The search firm task is to present candidates that are eminently qualified to do jobs, and it is more in the favor of the company's decision whom to hire. Leading executive search firm in India, ABC Consultants, Chairman's High Circle or CHC is the executive search arm of ABC Consultants. Accord Group India is a boutique retained executive search firm specializing in CXO or Chief Executive Officer and specialist searches. Egon Gender International was founded in 1964. EMA Partners International is a 25-year-old global search firm with offices located in most major markets around the globe. Spencer Stuart is one of the world's leading executive search consulting firms. The company operates out of 53 offices in 29 countries, founded in 1956. Executive Assess was established in 1988 and is focused on Asia Pacific region. The company's headquarters is in Hong Kong and has its India office in Mumbai. Gilbert Twinned Associate Pvt Limited is a leading executive search practice in India, is an international partner of Gilbert Tweed International Inc., New York. The company has 3 offices in India: New Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore. Sixth one, competitions at campus. Many companies are now realizing interviews alone are not enough to gauge candidates. Competitions at campus by companies have become a good source today to identify best talented candidates. Many companies like Philips, Godrej, HCL Technologies are conducting competitions for business management students to identify best talent and who exactly fits to their organization. Philips company has launched Blueprint case study competitions that ask students to identify growth areas for the company and propose business plan. Godrej Industries had launched a competition called Loud, Live Out Your Dream event for business school students to make presentation about their dream project and present a case for why the company should found it. Through these competitions, Godrej senior managers picked 7 winners. This company is also conducting campus recruitment based on case studies are anxious to solve and to show their analytical ability. HCL Technologies had launched a contest that asked business schools for suggestion or running tomorrow's enterprise or driving change through management innovations. Competitions can help students develop the skills they would later need and the hard work needed to get success, which is the reason behind competitions at campus. Seventh one, internet recruiting. Using the internet for job hunting reduces time spent unemployed by an average of 25%. Organizations first started using computers as a recruiting tool by advertising jobs on a bulletin board service, from which prospective applicants would contact the company. Then some companies began to take email applications. Now some employers are not only posting jobs and accepting resume and cover letters online, but also are conducting employment interview online. Advantages for such internet recruiting by employers include reaching more applicants, having lower cost and faster response time frames, tapping an applicant pool conversant with the net facts plus. Internet job boards are rapidly gaining market share of all advertised jobs. According to the HRADrive.com, the biggest concern when recruiting on the internet included not enough time to review resume, too many resumes, too many unqualified applicants due to the ease of application process, and potential exposure to discrimination charges due to adverse impact. According to online recruiting commentator Peter Weddle, nearly two-thirds of all companies underutilize their corporate websites for recruiting. Weddle suggests the following recruiting website improvement. Take full advantage of virtually unlimited web page, communicate with company's image as an employer, attract both active and passive job seekers, and provide a high-quality web experience. According to topjobsites.com, the top 3 general job websites by traffic ranking are monster.com, careerbuilder.com, and hotjobs.com. Topjobsites.com reviews and ranks job and career website based on a 3-month window of traffic volume. In addition to general job sites, the site companies ranking for college sites, executive sites, niche sites, diversity sites, and international sites. Employers often begin the internet search process by establishing an organization website and listing jobs on it. Alternatively, companies with a web page that specializes in posting job listing or in an internet job service, much like the electronic bulletin board of days gone by, can be used by job seekers. Finally, online employment agencies can be used to post jobs and find applicants on the net. Based on the result of our survey, figure shows the percentage of applicants who indicated they planned to use various recruiting resources. One advantage of internet recruiting is that it may improve the chance of contracting passive job seekers, those people who are not actively seeking work. Listing at popular job search internet sites is a good way to attract such browsing high-tech workers. Indeed, recent surveys shows that about 37% of companies now use the net for recruiting, and the rate is increasing rapidly. Tata Consultancy Services switches to online test to recruit engineering graduates 2018 September. India's largest IT services company Tata Consultancy Services or TCS conducted an online campus hiring initiative aimed at identifying engineers for multi-skilled, multifunctional roles in the company. The National Qualified Test or NQT was conducted on its digital platform TCS Ion and received over 2.8 lakh registrations across 100 cities. NQT was open to graduates and postgraduates of the year 2019 batch across all engineering colleges in India. This reimagination of the campus hiring process using sophisticated technologies platforms and has transformed traditional recruitment models and reinforces TCS philosophy of being an equal opportunity employer. TCS through its NQT followed an unprecedented democratic process in IT recruitment, giving all students, regardless of their institute and locations, an equal opportunity to prove their passions for technology. The TCS Ion digital assessment platform has assessed more than 115 million candidates for over 2,490 unique examinations held for institutions across India. On selection, human resource functionaries are involved in developing and administering methods, and it enables managers to decide which applicants to select and which to reject for the given jobs. During the selection process, job applicants will be tested and examined by administering various selection tests and methods developed for identifying suitable candidates by hiring managers. The selection test includes preliminary interview or initial screening. Written tests include subject knowledge, attitude, and reasoning, and final interviews. 8th one, media sources. Media sources such as newspaper, magazines, television, radio, and billboards are widely used. Almost all newspapers carry help wanted sections, and so do many magazines. For example, the Wall Street Journal is a major source used to recruit managerial and professional employees nationally or regionally. Whatever medium is used, it should be tied to the relevant labor market and provide sufficient information on the company and the job. Newspapers are convenient because there is a short lead time for placing an ad, usually 2 or 3 days at most. For positions that must be filled quickly, newspaper may be a good source. However, there can be a great deal of wasted circulations with newspaper advertising because most newspapers don't aim to reach any specialized employee market. Some applicants are only marginally suitable and primarily because employees who compose the ads don't describe the jobs and the necessary qualifications very well. Many employers have found that it is not cost efficient to schedule newspaper ads on days other than Sunday, the only day many job seekers read them. In addition to newspaper, other media sources include general magazines, televisions and radio, and billboards. These sources are usually not suitable for frequent use but may be used for one-time campaign aimed at quickly finding especially skilled workers. Facts Plus. Nearly 75% of job seekers still use newspapers to look for employment according to report released by Conference Board. The survey of 5,000 households found that nearly 60% of job seekers use the internet to look for employment. The Western US is the only area of the country where the internet topped newspapers among those seeking jobs. Condensations in using media sources. When using recruitment advertisements in the media, employees should ask 5 key questions. What do we want to accomplish? Who are the people we want to reach? What should the advertising message convey? How should the message be presented? In which medium should it turn? Figure on the next page shows information is a good recruiting advertisement should include. Notice the desired qualifications, details on the job and application process, and an overview of the organization are all important. What to include in an effective recruiting ad? Information of the candidate, years of experience. There's 5 key characteristics of the successful candidate, information of the job and process of application, job title and responsibilities, location of job, starting pay range, closing date for application, whether to submit a resume or cover letter, whether calls are invited or not, where to mail applications or resumes. Fact Plus India. Employment, a news, a weekly published in English, Hindi or Urdu language is flagship publication of the Public Relations Divisions, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. The unit has been set up to bring out of the above weekly journal with a view to giving information about employment opportunities to the unemployment and underemployed youth of the country and to help youngsters in making an informed choice about their careers. Initially set up in April 1976, the weekly careers advertisement for the job of central state government, public sector undertakings, autonomous bodies, universities admission, notice for professional courses, examination, notice and result of organizations like UPSC, SSC and other general recruitment bodies and mid-level career promotion opportunities or deputation. In addition to this, there is also an editorial segment which carries articles relating to career opportunities. Also, the Career Guardian and Guidance series contains new and upcoming fields for professional activities with information on the employment prospects in the area, qualifications required to enter the profession and the institute to avail education and training. The target group of the weekly are basically the civil service aspirants, candidates appearing for competitive exams and interviews, young people on the threshold of taking decision on career and profession. The mandate of the weekly is to inform and educate the young people so that they can make an informed decision about their careers. USA. Employee Benefits News has been a top-selling publication serving the benefits industry since 1987. Employee Benefit News is a dedicated part to helping benefits providers or brokers, consultants, plan sponsor, and employees. The magazine provides useful and comprehensive coverage of the ever-changing business of employee benefits. The U.S. Department of Labor publishes the Occupational Outlook Handbook every 2 years. The handbook is a nationally recognized source of career information for hundreds of various jobs. Information subjects include required job training and education, earning expected job prospects, what workers do on the job and working condition. Ninth one, unsolicited candidate. Persons who voluntarily come for attending interview or apply for the job, or persons who are uninvited attending for interview or applying for the job are unsolicited sources of employees. Today, this source has become one of the major sources for employers. Especially many employers are receiving unsolicited emails from the candidates seeking job. Employers are also able to find out competent employees and candidates who meet their requirement for filling the gaps of the jobs available. Employers are getting most of the unsolicited candidates former and in the form of e-recruitment, that is through job website and emails, which has become widely used sources of recruitment of employers. Few employers believe that unsolicited candidates have competence compared to solicited candidates. Some people and some employers feel that unsolicited candidates have confidence and apply for the job because they themselves believe that they are competent and suits to the job. Recruitment process. The recruitment process begins when you know you need someone new in the department, either because an existing staff member has left or because there is new work to be done. It doesn't finish until after the appointment has been made. Prison or jails. Besides punishing criminals for proving guilty, jail authorities are making reform to bring change in the lives of prisoners who are having conduct in good position and character. In India, Tihar jail is very well-known prison which captive most notorious criminals. Now bringing reforms in providing rehabilitation and providing employment for the criminals were proved with good character and conduct. Likewise, one of the Indian banks, that is Indian Bank, has taken surprising step to provide employment for prisoners who are provided with good character and conduct while imprisonment. This move has really created one more source of external recruitment for companies who are looking for candidates with good character and hard-working nature. This could be really get a great step ever taken by any company or jails in India. In general, no company or organization offer employment to the person who is convicted or suffered imprisonment for the proven guilty. Such persons are normally disqualified and will become ineligible to enter to any contact or any employment. Besides, companies also verify the background of prospect of employee before offering job to such candidates. In a statement to media, Economic Times or India, in India, it is said that Tihar jail inmates with proven good conduct and qualifications will soon be working at non-sensitive positions in the Indian Bank branch at the prison. We have been associated with Tihar jail for the past several years and our branch there today has a business of a proposal to employ Tihar jail intimates at non-sensitive positions in the branch that has been approved and will soon be implemented. Chairman and Managing Director of Indian Bank T.M. Bhasin said. According to Tihar jail spokesperson Sunil Gupta, intimates of the semi-open prison or SOP will get jobs like the open of the likely this job like peon, security guard, computer operator as per their educational qualifications. Prisoners who have a track record of good conduct and are physically and mentally fit are selected for SOP. To be eligible to stay in SOP, an inmate jail's term should be between 5 and 12 years. So far, SOP inmates were allotted work on public work department's project inside the Tihar jail complex or at the prison factory. Indian Bank has been closely associated with various activities in Tihar jail. In May 2014, as many as 66 Tihar inmates who were on the verge of completing their sentence were hired by private companies during a recruitment drive on the jail premises. Parendra Group and IDEIM India PVD Limited offered the highest number of placements while Taj Mahal Group offered the highest package to Raju Parasnath, who has spent more than 8 years in Tihar. Vedanta Group and IDEIM India PVD Limited offered the highest number of placement while Taj Mahal Group offered the highest package to Raju Parasnath, who has spent more than 8 years in Tihar. Parasnath, who entered and earned the highest package and had completed Bachelor of Social Work from IGNOU during his stay in jail. Taj Mahal Group of companies offered him a job Assistant Business Development Manager with a salary of 35,000 rupee per month.